Good morning, everyone. I am EKTA RANA, Assistant Professor of English. Welcome to the lecture of English language. Today's topic is E.M. Forster. Forster became a writer shortly after graduating from King's College. His first novels were products of that particular time, stories about the changing social condition during the decline of the Victorianism. However, these earlier works differed from Forster's contemporaries in their more colloquial style and established the author's early conviction that men and women should keep in touch with the land to cultivate their imaginations. He developed this theme in his first novels, Where Angels Fear to Tread, The Longest Journey, followed by the comic novel A Room with a View, which concerns the experience of a young British woman named Lucy Honeychurch in Italy. Lucy Honeychurch in Italy. However, Forster's first major success was Howard's End, 1910, a novel centered on the alliance between the liberal secular sisters and Ruth Wilcox, the proprietors of the titular house, against her husband, Henry Wilcox, an enterprising businessman. The novel ends with the marriage of Henry Wilcox to Margaret Skigler, who brings him back to Howard's End, re-establishing the Wilcox land link. When compromising this novel, Foster was part of the Bloomsbury Group. This was a group, a set of unconventional British Bohemian thinkers uh, are in this Bloomsbury group, and they were Virginia Woolf, John Maynard Keynes, Dora Carrington, and Lytton Strachey. Foster spent 3 wartime years in Alexandria doing civilian work and visited India twice. After he returned to England, inspired by his experience in India, he wrote A Passage to India 1924. The novel examines the British colonial occupation of India, but rather than developing a political focus, explores the friendship between an Indian doctor and British schoolmaster during a trial against the doctor, based on a false charge. A Passage to India is the last novel Forster published during his lifetime, but two other works remained: the incomplete Arctic Summer and the unpublished complete novel Maurice, which was written circa 1914 but published in 1971 after Forster's death. Forster specifically requested the novel be published only after his death due to its overt of homosexual theme. Although Forster published no novels after A Passage to India, he continued to he continued to write short stories and essays until his death in 1970. He published several anthologies including Celestial Omnibus 1914 and The Eternal Moment 1928, two collections of short stories, A Winger Harvest, a collection of poetry, essays and fiction, and several non-fiction works. Foster also wrote the libretto to the Benjamin Britten opera Billy Budd. Yes, Billy Budd. The essays by Foster, as well as his frequent lectures on political topics, established his reputation as a liberal thinker and strong advocate of democracy. Foster was awarded membership in the Order of Companions of Honor in 1953 and received the Order of Merit from Queen Elizabeth in 1969. He died in June of 1970 after a series of strokes. Today, many people know of E.M. Forster due to the numerous film adaptations of his work, titles by Forster that are immortalized not only on the page but also a film include A Passage to India, A Room with a View, Where Angels Fear to Tread, and Howard's End. It is ironic that so many of his titles were made into movies, many with great success, as throughout his life he remained adamant about the difficulty of adapting books to stage or film. In 1919, he contributed regularly to London Literary Magazine, the Athenaeum, often criticizing various attempts to convert written work to the stage. For him, the individual experience of reading a book was something that could not be captured in another form of media. Despite his beliefs, many of the film adaptations of Forster's work were met with widespread enthusiasm and praise, including multiple Academy Award nominations. Let's wind up with this topic now, this lecture, and we will continue in other lecture now. Thank you.